Hi there. I'm Liz Chamberlain. I'm Director of Sustainability at iFixit. I imagine many of you know iFixit, have encountered us. We've been around for 20 years. This is our 20th anniversary. If you don't know iFixit, we are the world's largest free repair manual. We've got over 100,000 guides for how to fix everything from toasters to tractors. And we started in 2003 when our co-founder, Kyle Wiens, dropped an iBook off his dorm room bed at Cal Poly and bent the power plug. Couldn't find a guide for how to fix it, so he and his friend Luke took it apart themselves, figured it out, took pictures, wrote a guide, and put it online, and found that a bunch of other people on the internet had the same problem. We got about 50,000 views in the first weekend. It was up for free, and they decided to become the world's free repair manual, starting with everything Apple. So we became Apple's missing repair manual. We realized there was a market there. So Kyle and Luke started selling parts to fund this goal of becoming the world's free repair manual. And today we've expanded far beyond Apple products. We've got sewing repair guides, appliance repair guides. We'll teach you how to fix the fiberglass in your jet ski, change the impeller in your coffee grinder. But we've been pushing back so hard on Apple's anti-repair policies for the last 20 years that it's almost hard to believe how far we've come. In September, after spending millions of dollars to fight right to repair laws around the country, Apple actually came on in support of California's bill. And last month, thank you. Last month, the bill was signed into law, making California the fourth state to pass some kind of right to repair bill. Right to repair is the idea that you should be able to fix everything you own. You should be able to fix it yourself if you want, or take it to a repair shop of your choice. And manufacturers shouldn't be able to limit your ability to repair by blocking your access to parts or tools or documentation. The goal is to reduce electronic waste, to support independent repair businesses, and to empower you to fix the things that you want to fix. And that's exactly what the California bill that just passed will do. It will require, starting in the middle of next year, manufacturers of basically any electronic device with a chip to make parts, tools, and documentation available to owners and to independent repair shops. That's the same basic plan of bills that have passed elsewhere too. Our bill is pretty similar to the bill that passed in New York in December last year, the bill that passed in Minnesota in June this year. But what's different about ours is that it has a forward-looking timeline. So manufacturers are required to keep parts, tools, and documentation available for 7 years after a product is produced for products that cost $100 or more. And that forward-looking date is so important because, of course, you don't really need repair manuals the day something is released. You need them, a few years later when stuff actually starts to break. And of course, access to repair materials becomes especially important as devices leave warranty. So 7 years is a big deal. I worked on this bill. iFixit was a co-sponsor of it. I was part of the coalition that helped get it passed, helped write it along with Senator Susan Eggman and our co-sponsor groups, the California Public Interest Research Group and Californians Against Waste. And I testified on its behalf in the State House, coordinated repair shops from around the state to voice their support. iFixit has been involved in a bunch of bills around the country. We've supported bills in 45 states, hundreds of bills across the country, some bills in the EU. But we've been especially involved here in California, of course, because we are based in San Luis Obispo. The most frequent question that I get from reporters about the bill is, what's wrong with it? And that's because people assume that because Apple is supporting it, it's a weak bill. It's not. It is the strongest bill that we've passed so far across the country. Even Apple will have to change a lot about their policies as a result of it. They're going to have to start selling parts for Apple Watches and for iPads, which they've never done before. They're going to have to make repair manuals for AirPods and HomePod available. They've never done that before. The main downside is that it doesn't stop Apple's software block on repairs, which we call parts pairing. Parts pairing means that you can't take two identical iPhones, swap the screens, and expect that they'll work as you expect. Features like True Tone won't work fully. You'll get a bunch of errors, some of which you can't dismiss. Apple managed to negotiate a parts pairing ban out of this bill. And parts pairing isn't just a problem with Apple products. It's also, we've seen the same kind of software block with repair and chainsaws and game consoles and cars. But rest assured, Even though the California bill still allows parts pairing, iFixit and our repair coalition across the country is still fighting. We've submitted a bill in Oregon next year that would ban this practice. We're working on it around the country and in the EU, where they just passed an ambitious right to repair bill that will require all portable products to have user replaceable batteries by 2027. A lot has changed since iFixit started in 2003, but we're still here in San Luis Obispo fighting for your right to fix your stuff. Thank you.